Hello, this presentation will be on the information economy and how the information economy affects countries and the issues that arise when trying to measure and understand the information economy and how it affects what is now sort of known as the information society. So, what is the information economy? So, the information economy, unlike the traditional marketplace, doesn't trade in material goods, but rather exists as a means of the sharing and manipulation of data. Dr. Mark Pratt suggests that an economy can be separated into two domains. The first is involved in the transformation of matter and energy from one form to another. This is sort of like the more traditional form of the industrial economy. And the second is involved in transforming of information from one pattern to another. This is all seen as the new form of the information economy. So the two domains are linked and inseparable. From this is developed that for a thriving economy to exist within the country, both the information and industrial are linked, and as such, it's hard to measure the contributions of the information economy to a country's GDP. Well, GMP, sorry. It is also further shown by Kenneth Arrow that while information can be a commodity, it can be bought and sold in the marketplace. It is not simply a commodity like others for three reasons. The value of information is indivisible from how it is used. Information is not lost when it is consumed and therefore is easily shared, and information has public good characteristics, which creates a dilemma of how to balance the interests of its creators in acquiring income from its distribution in the form of intellectual property. Again, this shows an increasing issue on the control of intellectual property and the protection that is needed in order to ensure that intellectual property isn't stolen by others, which is an ever increasing issue and harder to protect and counter. This is especially prevalent within the entertainment industry, such as YouTube or Twitch, where often content creators are removed due to apparent misuse of others' intellectual property, such as use of copyrighted music within videos, maybe the reviewing of other people's videos or reviewing of other people's games or films, and also maybe in certain cases the use of gameplay footage of games to which certain companies do not approve of, which is an issue that has sometimes been an issue with Nintendo. So it's through this that countries and companies have to adapt in order for a fair copyright system to exist and for the protection of such intellectual property to both ensure that there is still going to be that mass of content creators, but at the same time there will not be this alienation of content creators from either the platform such as YouTube, which is currently happening. So therefore they must create a fairer copyright system, which is an issue, which will be an issue and probably will be an issue for a while yet. But how is it actually measured in terms of the contribution of the information economy to a country's economy? So, in order for the information to be measured, it is first important to understand what a job within the information economy is. It is highlighted by Mark Pratt that it is not suitable to simply look at jobs in which information is used, as suggests that all human endeavour contains some component of information processing. Instead, he asserts his view that jobs that deal with within the information economy are held by those that primarily engage in the manipulation of symbols, either at a high intellectual content or at a more routine level. It is shown that in order to properly measure the contribution of information activities to a country's GMP, you must split the sector into two distinct parts: the primary information sector, which consists of information goods that are directly sold in the market, and the secondary information sector is information that's never sold over an established market. Pratt deduced that the value of services composed of labour and capital resources consumed in producing the service. So that is for the secondary information sector. Through this process, the contribution of the information economy to a country's GNP can be calculated. For example, perhaps shows that the American economy of 1967, where it was 21.9% of the GNP was from the primary information sector, with 3.4% from the secondary information sector. With the rise of the information economy, there's also a rise of the information society. So with the evolution of the economy from industrial to information, there's likewise a transformation from industrial society to that of an information society. Robert Hassan makes the assessment that networking society, the interconnecting of people, processes, applications, work tasks, and leisure pursuits has led to a globalized society, a one world um, um, connected where causes and effects can reverberate through the entire system. As Sam proposes the idea that there is a network effect in which an ever-growing compulsion to be part of an information society. This is a compulsion linked to the needs of the neoliberal economy that demands a connectedness, requires that we synchronize to its ever-quickening tempo. It is evident that the ever-growing use of information and global spread that it has is forever becoming more important to be connected online machine of the information economy, and as such, it is having profound impacts on the current and older generations, both for the concept of people that have been born without it and having to adapt to it, and those that have been born into it, such as generations X, Y, and Z, especially on the process of Generation Z. So, what are the next steps within the information economy? So, with the rapid growth in the information economy and the technological advancements being made each year has caused there to be a dramatically reduced cost for collecting, storing and processing data and greatly enhanced computing power. Digitalization is transforming economic activities around the world. However, with the rapid rise in the information economy, there are still countries, especially those who are at the least developed, are inadequately prepared to capture the main opportunities emerging as a result of digitalization. The result is believed that digitalization will lead to increased polarization and widening income inequalities. It's suggested within the report that the international community will need to expand its support on a massive scale. Through this, countries on a mass will be changing and developing current policies to help accommodate for this growth in the information sector and also to aid other countries. In conclusion, so the information economy has shaped and changed the world forever. From the need to measure the economy has changed in order to accommodate for this new change, this new rapid change from the economy of a country to how it affects the society as a whole, and the need to ensure that no country is left behind, as a globalized market will forever be expanding due to the aid of new advancements in technology, with greater cloud support, with greater use of greater thing of store mass data on a compressed level and the distribution of such data. So, and the need to ensure that no country is left behind as this globalized market expands is as a result that it is also equally important that to ensure that the growth of the information economy and market there is no growth of the wealth gap between the poor and the rich, ensuring that inequalities in wealth remain low. As a result, like for example in low developed countries, there could arise an issue where, of course, it was previously stated within the United Nations report about the digital economy in 2017, that there could be a rapid rise in the split of wealth between the poor and the rich as a result of the growth of the information economy and countries being able to properly adapt. So it's essential that countries properly adapt to it, contribute to it, and that there's a shared global contribution to this to ensure that the global market is prosperous with every country having equal access and contribution to it. So thank you. This is my bibliography, and yeah, that is the end. Thank you for listening.